Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial here on IT.Tutorials. I am Josef Bodnar and I'm inviting you to another C# tutorial here on IT.Tutorials. This tutorial has the goal to talk about Lambda expression. What is the Lambda expression? The Lambda expression is a specific syntax which is used to create anonymous functions. At least the Microsoft documentation says this. Okay, but let's make a bit simpler the things. In my opinion, Lambda expression is a method. At least it's working like a method. The main difference is the classical method is using the curly brackets, and the Lambda expression is using a specific expression which contains an arrow and has two parts. The left part is a parameter, and on the other part there is an expression. And all this Lambda expression is used usually in association or is linked to a method. But I think it's better if I do an example in Visual Studio 2019, and in this way I think you will understand better how this Lambda expression works. So let's go on New, click on Project to create a new project, Console Application. I'm going to work in .NET Core. Next, yeah. Here let's write a name for this app, like Lambda EX from example, and I'm going to put 02. Click on Next button, and here you can choose any of these, doesn't matter, it's going to work with any version of this .NET Core, but I'm going to use the current .NET 5.0. Actually, it's not the current, it's not the latest one. The latest one is .NET 6.0, but I've got this one here installed in this Visual Studio 2019, so I'm going to use this. Click on Create button, and let's waiting for our project to come up here in Visual Studio. Here you go. Here is our project. Let's remove this declaration. I don't need it actually. So I'm going to declare a list, actually a collection, using this list with this type integer. And I'm going to name it numbers, because I want this application actually to display in console the even numbers from a certain collection. In my case, this list numbers, yeah. And I'm going to initialize this list with numbers inside these curly brackets. So 4, 7, 9, 10, 2, 20, 24, 55, 78, 260, 300, 460. I think it's enough. Okay. All right. So here I have to select this namespace collections generics, because the list is part of collections generic. Okay. First, I'm going to use a link to get the even numbers from this collection of the numbers. Yeah. Just to make a comparison between link and the Lambda expression. I'm going to use this variable using this type var, and I'm going to name it even numbers. Okay. From. So first I'm going to use a parameter like x, yeah, which will iterate these collections numbers in collection numbers, yeah. And here I'm going to use this close where, which will filter all these collections of the numbers using a test like x modulo operator 2 equals 0, and here select x. How this link expression will work, but let's remove this error here first. Yeah, we need this using system.link. Here you go. Yeah, so I'm using this parameter x, which will iterate these collections numbers, all these numbers here, using this close where, which will filter all these numbers using this expression. Actually, all these numbers will be taken over by this parameter, and they will be divided by 2. And if there is a rest of division, that means that that number is odd, is not even. If there is not rest of division, or the rest of division is 0, that means this test or this condition is fulfilled and the number is even, and so on. So we'll take each number, this parameter x, from this collection, and we'll filter, we'll go through this expression, and all the even numbers will be selected and will be stored by this variable even numbers. All right. So in this way, this link expression works, as I told you previously. And I'm going to use console write line, this method write line, to display in console the result, actually to display in console the even numbers. Yeah, therefore I'm going to use this join method. Yeah, I'm going to use a separator, which could be this comma. Yeah, and another parameter is going to be this variable even numbers, which actually is storing, is holding all the even numbers using this link. Yeah, so let's save all, and let's release this application and display the result in console. So here is the result. As you can see, all these numbers are even numbers. So 4, yeah, you can see 7 is odd number, it wasn't displayed here in console. 10 is even number, 2, 20, 24, 55 is odd number, is not here in this list, and so on. The application works. Let's remove this declaration, and let's use a lambda expression. I'm going to use the same variable. Yeah, here you go. And now here I'm going to use the collection numbers, and this method where, which as you can see is extension method. And I'm going to use this parameter again, x, and now I'm going to use this arrow. If I go over this arrow, you can see there down on the right side is written lambda expression. So this is the lambda expression, and the important thing related to lambda expression is to use this operator arrow, this arrow operator. Yeah, we have this parameter on the left side, and now on the right side I'm going to use an expression. Actually, I'm going to use the same expression what I have used here in this link. Yeah, let's copy and paste it here. Actually, now, and here semicolon, and then as you can see, this x here now is the this parameter x is the iterator. It will iterate all the numbers inside this list. We'll go through all these numbers, and all those numbers will be divided by 2, and where the result is 0 and this condition is fulfilled, that means that number is even. If the result of division is left, or there is rest of division, that means the number is odd, and the number is not going to be stored by this variable. This variable is going to store all the numbers which will fulfill this condition. Those numbers are the even numbers. Yeah, and they are going to be stored by this variable even numbers. And here all the even numbers will be displayed in the console using this declaration here together with this method join. So let's see if we have the same result. Yeah, it's obviously we have the same result. As you can see, here is displayed in console all the even numbers, as you can see from this collection, from this listed numbers. Actually, this is the lambda expression inside these parentheses. As you can see, is shorter than the link. It takes just a few typing, a few parameters, and an expression. The parameters on the left, the parameter on the left side, and the expression on the right side. And as you can see, all this lambda expression is used together with this method, with this extension method where. So it's more efficient to use the lambda expression. This is the meaning than to use this link. But anyway, we can use lambda expression together with link as well. So that was all for today. Hopefully you like this tutorial. Hopefully you will watch other my tutorials here on IT Tutorials. See you next time. Bye bye.